Nyamanovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakata Mathyam Tadandi Swapatandikam Namo Vishnapadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Viramine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatri Harini Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, glory to Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So before we used to have offline Bhakti Shastri courses, that is from Mayapur Institute and Vrindavan Institute, where you have to go and stay in the dham. It's not practically possible for most of us because we work, we have a family, and we can't just leave everything and go and stay in the dham. There's a special effect in the dham, but still to dedicate that much time to do an offline course, very, very difficult, right? But now, because of this corona thing and all, like somehow, Krishna blessed, and because of Guru Maharaj's and Prabhupada's mercy, that they are able to deliver online courses. So Bhakti Shastri basically is to train all of you to become nice preachers. So this is not just to get a degree and put it on your cupboard or something and to show everyone that I'm Bhakti Shastri so and so. No, Bhakti Shastri is mandatory for second initiation to get Brahmanic initiation. And when we get the degree or during the course itself, you should become preachers. You should be preaching or you should be taking class to someone, at least not on the online platform or offline, at least to your friends and relatives about Bhagavad Gita. So to preach, you should understand the subject first. And that's the advice which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also has given us, right? Does anyone know what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had said to all of us? What's the advice Mahaprabhu gave about preaching? Okay, so first of all, Bhakti Shastri is an interactive session. Either you can type in the chat or you can raise a digital hand or you can just unmute and answer. Okay. Yes, Siddhartha Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Yes, correct.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said that preaching is the best way to be nearer to Krishna.
Yeah. So that means when you preach, what happens? You are actually talking about Krishna. Yare dekhe tare kahe Krishna Upadesh. So Mahaprabhu has said, Amara atne guru hana tara yehi desh. Yare dekhe tare kahe Krishna Upadesh. Amara atne, that's his order. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's order to become guru. Tara yehi desh, in your particular place. Not like go to some Himalayas or Vrindavan. No, wherever you are. And then, Yare dekhe tare kahe Krishna Upadesh. Whoever you see, talk about Krishna. Yeah, and Prithvi Mataji says, yes. He also said, Sarvatra Prajar Hoye Moranam. Prithiviti Achaya De Nagrade Gram, Sarvatra Prajar Hoye Moranam. Yeah, so to preach to everyone, to every village and town, his holy name will be spread. And especially for Indians, those who have born in Bharatvarsha, he have said something. What did he say? Well, especially born in Bharatvarsha, those who are should do a lot of pious deeds to be born in Bharatvarsha, actually, in the Sanatana Dharma. So he said, Bharat Bhumile Manisha Janma Hoila, Yaar Janma Sarthak Kari Karo Paropakar. Bharat Bhumile Manisha Janma Hoila, Yaar. In Bharat Bhumi, whoever have taken in a form of a human form, Manisha Janma, what should we do? Janma Sarthak Kari Karo Paropakar. First, you make your life successful, and then you make others' life successful. Paropakar. How do you make Janma Sarthak? How will you make your life successful? By understanding who am I? I am spirit soul, I'm not this body. And Krishna is the Supreme Personality Godhead. And Bhakti is the ultimate goal of life, or Prema, Prayojana. So unless we know that, we won't become successful in life. And we have to preach to others. Okay, so Bhakti Shastri is basically to make you all preachers. Because ISKCON is a preaching mission, preaching movement. Why are we all here? Because somebody preached to us. No, there is a first Shiksha Guru for all of us. So somebody had preached to us, and so we are here. So that's why ISKCON is spreading. Prabhupada initiated only one devotee, in the sense preached to one devotee in Russia, just one devotee. right? And then what happened? Just few days, 2 days, a few hours, he preached to that person. He translated Bhagavad Gita into Russia, and now we have Russian house in Vrindavan. We have the maximum number of devotees coming from Russia and China, right? All of you know. So that's because of endeavor from one person. So, and he preached, and it was Prabhupada's idea to give him the knowledge and wisdom, but still he empowered, right? So Prabhupada has given his life and soul to all these books. So the way Prabhupada, yeah, everyone know what happened. Anybody knows what happened to the first manuscript of Bhagavad Gita, which Prabhupada wrote? Prabhupada translated, na? Did anyone
Yes,
read
the wife
Leela
sold
Mrita?
it. His wife sold.
Yeah, Mamta Mata. So his wife actually sold it, right? Yes, Sharanya Mataji. For what did he say? What did she sell it for?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, Prabhupada's wife, she wanted to buy tea biscuits. So in order to to get money, she wanted to sell the manuscripts written by Prabhupada, and she got money, and with the money she bought tea biscuits. Mataji.
Yeah, are you the same Sharanya who have done some volunteer works for us? Some video
Yes,
making?
not
Shri Lakshmi
not
Mataji.
video making, Mataji. Other work. Mataji.
Okay, that is Nada Mataji. Okay. Yeah, so as you said, yes. So for tea biscuit, Prabhupada's wife actually. So once I was in Vrindavan and I could hear one Prabhupada's disciple saying that because of Prabhupada's wife, we all got Prabhupada. Because Prabhupada asked, you want tea or me? She said tea. She said it in a funny way, but still Prabhupada took it seriously. And just imagine, there is no Veda base, there is no soft copy, there is no internet, email or computers, nothing. Prabhupada had originally translated and written, handwritten the translation of Bhagavad Gita, word to word translation and everything. And she just sold it. How heartbreaking it is. If it was me or you, we would have just left that endeavor. Prabhupada started all over again because that was the order of his guru. Yes. So his guru gave him 2 advice. What was that? I can have raised hands. 2 advice guru gave. What was that? Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur has given Prabhupada. Yes, Nandita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. One was to print as many books as possible, and the second was probably to go to the Western world and preach Krishna's name. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes. So the 2 things, 2 orders which Prabhupada made his life, right? His life. So, Mausumi Mataji, no, it was not Bhagavatam actually. Bhagavatam Prabhupada wrote when he went to Vrindavan, the first 3 cantos. That is when he took sannyas and then later on he went. This was when he was in a grihastha life. Prabhupada went through all the ashram. He was a brahmachari, then he became grihastha, he went to vanaprastha, then took sannyas. So Bhagavatam, he started writing the first 3 cantos when he was in Radha Damodar temple, when he was staying in Vrindavan for some time before going to America. And that's how it was printed. This is manuscripts of Bhagavad Gita as it is, because his guru said to him, preach in the Western country in English language about Krishna consciousness. So that is one thing. So when he was about to go to Western world, he needs some books, with him to preach. And second is, if you ever get money, print books. So this 2 things Prabhupada took his life and soul. And how does Prabhupada translate his books, He doesn't do it all of a sudden. For example, Bhagavatam purports or the Bhagavad Gita purports, if you say the Bhakti Vedanta purports. It's not like Prabhupada got a dictaphone, right? Before he used to type in a typewriter or write it down, and then the devotees used to print and proofread and all that. It took a lot of time. And Garga Muni his disciple got a dictaphone and gave to Prabhupada. Prabhupada's like, just because of you, just because of this, you're going to go to Krishna's world and go back to Godhead. I'll take you back. Because Garga Muni, he's still alive in Vrindavan. He's preaching there. And when we met him, the way he spoke about Prabhupada, anybody will get attracted to Prabhupada. So Prabhupada got that dictaphone, and how he translates, he sleeps from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. and then gets up at 12 a.m. till 4:30 a.m. till Mangalarti, he keep translating. And a secretary used to be awake a personal servant, because if Prabhupada needs some help, he'll need anything, he'll ring a bell and the servant has to go. So everyone used to take shifts to take night duty for Prabhupada. So that disciple saw through the window how Prabhupada was translating. Prabhupada writes the purport. He translates one line and then he chant one round. And then he take Goswami's books for reference. And then again he writes to translate 2-3 lines. Again he stops. Again he chant one round. Again he pray to Krishna. And that's how these purports have come. And we don't take care of anything. I mean, please take care of your mics. So we are not bothered about those books. We have to read. You know, that's called swadhyay. Unless we fall in love with the scriptures, we can't advance in devotional service. So we have to read so that we become fixed in devotional service to know more about Krishna. Prabhupada has given his life to this, right? Prabhupada's like, just read my books and then your life will change. So the Bhakti Shastri is basically, I will teach you only once a week. That's not enough actually. You need to sit and read. So we'll form a Bhakti Vriksha group, Nandita Mataji, soon. We can start maybe next week once we start our first chapter. And Bhakti Vriksha is, those who don't know, it's like small study group where I'm not going to be there. You will have a Bhakti Vriksha leader and it will be some other day, not on Saturdays, some other day, morning or evening, whenever you're free. There'll be a small WhatsApp group formed. And all of you just go to Zoom or Google Meet and you sit and read Prabhupada's books, purports. Whatever is discussed in 1 week, that class, you study in the, so you make a habit of reading Prabhupada's books. Okay. So Bhakti Shastri, the Shastri courses, we have Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Vedanta, and Bhakti Sarvabhauma. Okay. And so Bhakti Shastri basically includes these four books. Bhagavad Gita, which is divided into 3 modules. The first 6 chapters is our module 1. Middle 6 chapters is module 2. And last 6 chapters is module 3. There is Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Jnana Yoga. Module 4 is Nectar of Devotion. And module 5 includes Nectar of Instruction and Ishopanishad together. Okay. So this is what our books covered in this courses. So when we say Bhagavad Gita as it is, we can't cover all the 700 verses. But we won't be covering only the 108 important verses. No, we will be covering different verses based on its priority, based on its importance. And rest of the verses, we'll give you a reading assignment. Like next week, you're supposed to read the first 22 slokas of chapter 1 and come. And it'll be a discussion. And that's why we ask you to on your videos so that you become serious. This 1.5 hours, you completely dedicate for this course, not for anything else. Right? You keep doing something else. You won't be able to, you'll be listening, but you won't be remembering things. And you'll be having breakout rooms, not today, from next week. So you're supposed to join to that room, particular room. The class will be broken to 5-6 breakout rooms. You're supposed to go there and you have to discuss on some question which I give you. And you have to discuss. All of you should be active in the class. Okay. So this is an interactive session. If you have any issues, you're free to tell me or my admins. Okay. You can always approach them. So the slokas also has to be memorized. Why do you think we should know slokas? Why is it really important to learn slokas? Why? Why is it helping you? How is it going to help you? Yeah, Vijay Bhagwat Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, when we remember shlokas, it gives an authenticity that whatever we are speaking or whatever we are preaching, it is bona fide, it is written in the scriptures.
Very good. So to give nice reference, right? Very nice references. So when you preach, Prabhupada's like, okay, for example, you preach, you say to them that Krishna is the Supreme Personality Godhead. Now what's the proof? So from Bhagavad Gita, you can say in Krishna, in the 10th chapter, 8th sloka says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartade idi matva bhajante ma buddha bhava samanvita. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Krishna says, I am the source of everything, spiritual and material. He also says in the 7th chapter, Matta paradaram nanyat kinchitasti dhananjaya mai sarvamitam protram sutre manigana iva. Matta paradaram nani. This, nobody is superior to me, Arjuna. I'm the supreme, right? Everything is controlled by me. Also, he says, Aham adirhi devanam. He's the source of all demigods. He says, Aham bija pratapita. I am the seed-giving father. When Krishna keeps on saying, that means he's the supreme. right? Brahma. So when you quote slokas from Bhagavad Gita, nobody can deny you, and you have that authenticity, you have that bona fide scripture with you, or coming from the bona fide disciplic succession. So, so many authors have come and gone. The books which you read is not the books which your grandparents read. It won't be the books which your grandchildren is going to read. So the author might be in this material world for like few years, not more than 100, one author. But this Bhagavad Gita book, it's been there since 5,000 years. And still we're not bored, or still people didn't forget it. That shows its authenticity. Okay. So Bhagavad Gita as it is very important. And what is the proof that this Bhagavad Gita is as it is? In the sense, how do you know the Bhagavad Gita written by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada is the book? So how many of you are initiated in this class? Anybody initiated in this class?
Yes, Mataji, there are several.
No, in the name, I can't see anyone in the initiated name. Those who have initiated, please come in your initiated name, because the certificate which I'm going to issue, the name in which you're coming to the class, the name which you will going to fill in your attendance sheet, that's the name with which your certificate is going to get issued. And this certificate is valid for your second initiation. That means those who are not initiated, you can come in your Karmi name, but others should come. Okay, it's disciplic succession. Okay, Mausami Mataji, that's fine. But what's the proof that this is? I saw some raised hand. Where are the raised hands? Yeah, Prithvi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, as Prabhupada also said in many places that it's Bhagavad Gita and it has to speak about Krishna. Only
Yes.
Bhagavad Gita as it is speaks about Krishna when compared to other philosophies where Krishna was not mentioned in many places, Mataji.
Okay.
It,
Please take a second. All of you go to the chat, and Mataji have shared the attendance link. Click on that and please fill your correct name. Okay, the spelling should be correct, the surname should be correct, because I'll be using this Excel sheet for your certificates. So in order to get the certificate from Mayapur Institute, you should give it in the right way, and also fill the right email ID to which the certificates have to be sent, and your phone numbers, whatever is asked in the attendance sheet. Please fill it. Attendance is very, very, very important. If you don't have attendance in any of the modules, you will be asked to repeat the module. Like some of the devotees, when we did Bhakti Shastri, some of them didn't get the certificate because they had attendance shortage. They had to wait again for 6 months, which is not a joke. So please do it. Yeah, some of you have sheltered. Very nice. From Guru Maharaj. Good. So sheltered means almost like initiated. So nice. Yes, Siddharth Prabhu, what is your view? Why is this Bhagavad Gita as it is?
Two reasons. So one reason, Srila Prabhupada himself has written in the introduction that
Yes.
this is as it is without any kind of mental concoction. This is purely as
Yes.
per the parampara. This is
Yes.
one. Second is, in Gita itself, it is saying that ebam parampara praptam. So these two combinedly say that it is what the authenticity exactly it is translated, and not with any other mental speculation.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what Prabhu says in theoretical. So practically, how do you say that in the sense, what is the proof? What is the living proof that this Bhagavad Gita is as it is? Practical proof.
Practical proof is that the way ISKCON is working, the
Yes.
way the
Yes.
way it has it has spread to lakhs and crores of people,
Yeah.
and with the devotees that it is there. It is a practical example of what
Yes.
the Gita is all about.
Very nice. Yeah, that's the answer I was looking for. See, you can't hide the sun. Okay, if there is a sun, okay, the clouds are hiding. The clouds are not actually hiding the sun. Clouds are hiding your vision to see the sun. Sun is always there. So in front of a sun, what is a torchlight has to do? No, so torchlight commentaries are nothing. You can't hide the sun. How long you'll keep hiding? So the sunlight has to spread fast, wide. This Bhagavad Gita, as it is, before this was published by Macmillan Company, before Prabhupada have published this Bhagavad Gita, 200 plus Bhagavad Gita copies were already in the market, and they could not produce devotees. But this Bhagavad Gita, as it is, written by Abhay Charana Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, as it is book, created devotees all over the world. It created a revolution. Why are we all here? We didn't meet Srila Prabhupada. We didn't have the fortune of being associated with him. But just by his books, just by reading Bhagavad Gita as it is. Before that, I know many of you have read so many other versions of Bhagavad Gita, but you will get so many different ideas. But this Bhagavad Gita speaks exact thing, and the proof is that there's so many devotees. ISKCON is working in such a way, and it's spreading vast and wide. No, you're all intelligent people. Yeah, Krishna say what? Krishna say baje say bada chatur. Krishna ye baje say bada chatur. Whoever worship Krishna is very intelligent. We can't fool you. Some online Bhagavad Gita course happened during the Corona time in ISKCON Mangaluru, kept the Bhagavad Gita as it is free course for level 1. And you're all here. Can we fool you? How long we'll keep fooling you? We can't. Unless you're intelligent, you won't be here. Right? You go to any ISKCON temples. For example, our temple president is from IIT graduate, right? IIT Kanpur. And our vice president is an MBBS graduate. So IIT MBBS is supposed to be the highest to crack. It's most intelligent people go through it. And any temple you go all over the world in ISKCON, there will be IIT graduates, brahmacharis, and all working full-time devotees. Why have they have left their career and everything and dedicated their life for this Srila Prabhupada's mission? Because Prabhupada is spoken as it is, which Krishna has spoken. Prabhupada is like, I'm like a postman. I'm just delivering the message as it is, right? What is Saura Prabhu. So whoever is getting initiated during the course, it happens like that. Then what you do, you put your original name and in bracket, your initiated name, and in the bracket you put your old name, like Karmi name, so that we know that, because your assignments, your attendance will be in your old name first, and then we'll have problem in the end. So please let us know that if any changes in the name happens. So this Bhagavad Gita is as it is. That's a wonderful proof, right? So we are so fortunate to come under the shelter of Srila Prabhupada. So don't miss this opportunity. Never miss this opportunity. It's very, very rare opportunity to Brahmande Brahmite Kono Bhagyavan Jeev Guru Krishna Kripai Pai Bhakti Lada Beach. After loitering around so many universes, so many planetary systems, after 84 lakh species of life, we have come this human form of life, Durlabha Manusha Janma. And then in this, to get Krishna consciousness, to get a Guru, Bhagyavanji, Guru Krishna Kripai Pai Bhakti Lada Beach. You have got this Bhakti Lada Beach. Now we need to water it. So unless we know Shastra, we won't become fixed in devotional service. We might fall down. Maya is very strong. So to make our Krishna consciousness strong, we need to study the Shastra. Okay. And Shastra, starting from Bhagavad Gita, Nectar of Devotion, Nectar of Instruction, the Goswami books, Ishopanishad, very, very important. And yes, if you know slokas, then it can be authentic. The preaching can be authentic. And even if Mayavadis or atheists challenge you, you have a Prabhupada's like at least a Bhakti Shastri, at least a preacher should know 30 slokas from Bhagavad Gita, 30 slokas, then you can become a strong preacher. It's not just vocabulary or your academic qualification important. No, anybody can actually memorize slokas and everything. There's a technique for it. I'll share you later. But it's better if you have a small sloka notebook. Write down the important slokas. So today, Nandita Maji remind me to share the students' handbook with them and the verses to be memorized in Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Yes, and the reading assignment, that is chapter 1, verse 1 to 22, should be read by them for next week. So norms for the classroom, what are some rules that you have to be present for the entire course? And in case anything happens, because the course is supposed to be like 2 years, but we might finish it in 1.5 years. And we're doing once a week. And some concepts have to be, like for example, chapter 2 has to be detailed studied. Some chapters, 20 slokas, we can finish it fast. Okay, so it might take some time. Yeah, Nandita Mataji, can you post the attendance link once more for all?
Yes, Mataji.
So most probably Vaishnava dress, not compulsory. And you have to raise hands to contribute. because I'm not putting everyone on mute, because it's like level 1, level 2 course, or like kids class where you force mute everyone. We're all grown-ups and we're all serious students, serious devotees. So I'm not muting everyone. So you can raise your hand so that multiple answers, etiquette can be kept. So we have to value the students' contributions, each of them. And you have to, sometimes so many raised hands, to save time, I might cut short it. You will get opportunity next time. And side conversations, please avoid. When somebody is speaking, let's give them chance and then we speak after them. We will refrain from making or receiving mobile phone calls during the class unless it's emergency. And we'll observe confidentiality within and without the classroom. Okay, whatever is shared in the classroom, let it be here itself. We don't have to share it outside unless it's asked. And you refrain from borrowing strength from the status of position. Oh, I'm so and so, so I need to be given more priority. Nothing like that. We're all servants of Krishna and we're all here to serve. We respect the right of the individual to withdraw without stating reasons from any exercise that you feel uncomfortable. So that's what I said. If there is a breakout room and there is a discussion going on, okay, Mataji, I have language issues. Mataji, I'm not able to follow what they say, or, so many things. You may not be able to follow it rightly or do it. So in that case, you can just let me know if you want to withdraw from any exercise. We will each accept fully responsibility for success in achieving our desired outcome. We will confront issues or behavior, not people. We will each honor any agreement reached. So Prabhupada also said about classroom norms, like, Nandita Mataji, can you read?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Prabhupada on classroom norms. Just like if you enter into any educational institution, if you don't surrender yourself to the rules and regulation of the institution, how can you get advantage of the knowledge imparted by the institution? Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, so this is what, like any institution, any college you go, we have these rules and regulations to be followed, right? So otherwise, Prabhupada's like, how? Because the first thing Prabhupada taught them is the rules. Like, initially when you come to ISKCON, when you start chanting, there's no rules. Tatrarpida niyamida smaranena kala, there's no rules. But as you advance, then oh, like you're in an LKG or QKG, you can write in the margin also. The teacher won't say anything. Teacher will try to correct you, but then there's no much rules. You can scribble the answer anywhere. But as you go up, when you go to 10th standard, your board exam, you need to be perfect. Like you have to follow the rules and everything. So similarly, as we advance, we have some rules and regulations, especially when you are doing a course. There's some rules and regulations for the course. Yes, Mataji?
Everywhere, wherever you want to receive something, you have to be controlled or you have to be surrendered to the rules and regulations. If you do not follow the rules and regulations of this class, it is not possible to receive the knowledge. Bhagavad Gita 7.2, San Francisco, September 11, 1968. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
So Prabhupada says you have to surrender to the rules and regulations, right? Otherwise, we won't be able to receive knowledge as it is. So what do you hope by studying or to achieve by studying Bhakti Shastri? That's a general question for all of you. An open question. Anybody can answer. Yes. What do you hope to achieve? What is your... Yes, Mamta Mataji?
Learn more about Krishna, know ourselves, and how to teach.
Yeah, what? To...
How to tell other people how the Krishna, how to teach.
Your voice is breaking, actually. How to know more about Krishna?
Yes, how to know about Krishna and ourselves.
Okay.
And our relation with Krishna.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, Siddharth Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. I have three things in mind. One, knowledge. First, to have the knowledge. Second, how my bhakti journey will enhance day by day. And that is most important for me. So how do I become more nearer to Krishna through this, through the process? And third is, because Bhakti Shastri itself, you try to become a teacher if you are eligible. So that is also one of the
Yeah, very
thing
nice.
that I'm looking for. Yeah.
Yes, Nandita Mataji. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I'm saying my personal view. It is to understand the words of the Lord better, because it's been years, but still I'm trying to grow in Krishna consciousness, because I'm still very insignificant. And the main objective is to try not to glide back into the cycle of birth and death at the end of it. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Nice. So yes, basically the main aim is to know Krishna, because Vedesha Sarve Rahame Vedam. Krishna says the purpose of studying the Vedas is to know Krishna, right? Not just degrees. Okay, so to know more about Krishna. So by knowing more about Krishna, what happens? You advance in Krishna consciousness, you become fixed in devotional service. Yes, that's fine. But basically, the studying the Shastras and all that is to become a nice preacher, to preach Krishna consciousness. Because unless we know, we can't give what we don't have. So we can give, the more you have knowledge, the more you give, the more it increases. So unless we have knowledge, we can't share it with others. So that's the main reason why we study Bhakti Shastri. And Prabhupada also said that we have to read his books, study his books, not just read. Now, reading, you can read a newspaper or a magazine, but study means what? Scrutinizingly you read. And if you don't understand anything in Prabhupada's books, Prabhupada says, read again, read again, read again. So aim of the Bhakti Shastri is, Prabhupada says, I think you may have already heard, that is for his disciples. In 1970, he held an exam among all the students on these books, and those who pass shall be awarded the title of Bhakti Shastri. So Prabhupada was very strict with all of them, that once they were distributing Prabhupada's books, and some of them, the brahmacharis, were not reading. So Prabhupada, unless you read my books, how will you distribute? No, if you read Prabhupada's book, you feel like distributing it. So Prabhupada's like, unless you know what is there in the book, how will you distribute? So Prabhupada's aim is, with these exams, I wish to encourage my disciples to very carefully learn the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, because there are so many preachers required to bring this message to all the corners of the earth. So we need more preachers. Every one of you can be a nice preacher. Only thing is, the knowledge has to be brushed up, and you need some kind of encouragement. Okay. Yes, Mataji, can you read?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Aims of Bhakti Shastri. After the student studies the Vedas under the master for some time, at least from age 5 to 20, he may become a man of perfect character. Study of the Vedas is not meant for the recreation of armchair speculators, but for the formation of character. Bhagavad Gita 8.28 purport. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hi, Krishna. So studying the Vedas is not for recreation, but for formation of character. Okay, so that's what Prabhupada said about Bhakti Shastri. So there are some values in Bhakti Shastri. So it basically helps students to understand and appreciate the mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada, and perpetuate that understanding within ISKCON society. So any book you take, Bhagavad Gita, Nectar of Devotion, anything, you can understand the mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada. What was Prabhupada's mood in writing the book? So this is very important slide for all of you. Please take a screenshot if you want. You have all these assessments. Okay, there's something called open book assessment. Open book means you're free to refer the books. The question will be posted in the WhatsApp group, and you're free to refer to different points and then write the answer. And it's going to be an essay question. And it's going to be so it's going to be an essay question, and 65% of your 100% marks, the pass mark, 65% of your marks will be for your open book. And we'll have 2 open book in each module in Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so you understood what I'm saying? So we have 6 chapters, right? Each module. So in the 6 chapters, if you divide into two chapters, after first 2 chapters, you'll have first open book question assessment. After the 4 chapters, you'll have the second open book. And after 6 chapters, you'll have the first closed book. So every unit will have 2 open book and 1 closed book exam, 1 sloka memorization. Okay. So open book means the question will be shared in the WhatsApp group. It will be a long essay question. I'll tell you how to write it and all. So this will be after 2 chapters. Assessment is very important. One Mataji asked, I won't have time to write assessment. Can I just attend the Bhakti Shastri class? You can watch on the YouTube, but you can't be a enrolled student, because when I enroll your name in the Mayapur Institute of Higher Education, they'll ask your assessment marks, open book, closed book, module 1, module 2, module 3, the attendance, everything has to be shared. Then only certificate will come. It's not a joke. No, just because we, ISKCON Mangaluru, are giving the course for free, you should not take it for granted. It's a serious course. And every marks will be uploaded to the in the India website. So we are responsible for your, we have to track you throughout. I don't know how many of you will end up doing the course, the whole thing, all the units, but try as much as you can, right? Whatever obstacles come in life, you have to overcome all that for the degree. So open book assessment is very, very important. It's like an essay question. Anybody have any doubts? You're free to raise your digital hand or put in the chat and ask me then and there. Okay, don't wait for the last. Nothing on the screen. Mataji, you can see, right?
We can see the Bhakti Shastri assessment slide, Mataji.
Yeah. So might be Prabhu, Siddharth Prabhu, just check your internet connection. So I can see the screen is being shared and this has been seen. Okay, so the open book assessment is 65% of the marks. That means very, very important. Even though sometimes what happens, we take closed book as very important. Closed book means you can't see anything, any answer, reference. You have to memorize and write, and there'll be short questions. Just 20% of the marks is there, closed book. But I see ulta. All of my students, I've been taking multiple Bhakti Shastri batches now, 4-5 batches. All of them give more importance to closed book. Very closed book, and less importance to open book. No, it has to be the other way around. So closed book is just 20%. Okay. Yeah. So closed book is just 20%. So open book is 65% of your marks will be an open book. And the total marks should be, you should get 65% is the pass mark for Bhakti Shastri. So open book assessment, very, very important. There'll be a long essay question and you're supposed to take a lot of references and don't copy as it is. You're supposed to handwrite it and take a picture, upload it, make it into a Word document or a PDF and then upload on the link which we provide, the Google form. So open book assessment after every 2 chapters and closed book after every module. After every module, there'll be a closed book exam, which is like 20 questions or 10 questions, just 8 answer to be answered. And it's just 20% of the marks. Okay. And memorizing verses, 10%, even though it's just 10%, it's very, very important because sloka memorization is very important as a Bhakti Shastri, in a Bhakti Shastri. Okay, so attendance in temple program in the sense, there will be a sadhana chart will be shared from each week. The sadhana sheets will be shared. Mataji, do we have a standard sheet or do we make it for every class?
However you wish, Mataji. We can have a standard one or give it every week. Whatever you wish.
Okay, you'll take care of it or?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, so the sadhana chart will be, a sheet will be shared by Mataji, and what you're supposed to do is, either you attend at home, your Mangalarati, or you're doing some online, either come to our temple or any other, whichever local temple you are in, just, you have to fill it that you have done your 16 rounds. Have you attended Mangalarati? Have you attended Tulsi Arati? And so many things, reading Bhagavatam, attending Bhagavatam class. So that's called sadhana chart. And you're supposed to fill it. The 5% is for that. So, okay. So here pass mark, it is written 50%. That means half of it. Your attendance should be, is very important. along with this, there is something called class participation. That is your attendance, your punctuality, your general attitude during breakout room. Everything is very important. And that also will be taken care of. So this is the general idea. Okay, this will be our Bhakti Shastri assessment. So reading assignment, that's what I said. Next week, you're supposed to read the preface, the introduction. That's left to you. Okay, and from chapter 1, verse 1 to 22 will be discussed next week. So please read and come, because in the class, I'm not going to just spoon feed. It will be like an interactive session. I am also learning with you all. Not an expert, a qualified person to sit here. It's just Prabhupada's mercy, Namanishra Prabhu's mercy. I'm here just doing the service which I got. I'm also learning, with you. So it'll be an interactive session. Whichever I don't know, I'll be asking you, or you can be asking me, and we can have a discussion. It's going to be a discussion. It's not going to be I only speaking. No, everyone is going to speak. Okay, I've noted some of them being very active in the class, like Nandita Mataji, Siddharth Prabhu, Mamta Mataji, Mausami Mataji. Some of you are very active, Prithvi, but not others. Sharanya Mataji, not others. I've not heard anything from others. They're very silent listener. Vijay Prabhu, yeah. So Siddharth Prabhu. So please be active in the class. I want everyone to be active in the class, so that from next week onwards, today is just introduction, so it's okay. Next week, please start interacting, okay? So you have a reading assignment to be done. You have to prepare and come. Reading assignment means you have to read the purports. Okay, you're not good at Sanskrit, leave the verses if you can't. But it's good if you read the verse and come. So better read all the 22 slokas in and out and come. So we have shared with each other what we hope to achieve by studying Bhakti Shastri, right? And we agreed to maintain the classroom norms for the course, all of you. Discuss the aim of the course we saw in terms of knowledge, skills, and values, and discuss the benefit of achieving the aim of Bhakti Shastri for individual students and ISKCON in general. And we had an overview of the course, what the course is going to be like, yeah, the units and contents, and familiarized with the assessment procedures. You understood? Normally, typing is not allowed because most of the cases we have seen copy pasted from Veda base. We are not here. Okay, we are conditioned soul. You can fool us, but you can't fool the Krishna who's sitting as Paramatma in your heart. Because online session, so much cheating can happen. You cheating yourself, or you cheating Krishna. By getting a degree through cheating, one devotee cheated and wrote the exam and got very nice marks. And another devotee was very, very sincere, wrote what she knows. We passed that person, even though that person didn't get the pass mark, but because for the sincerity. And when you copy paste from Veda base, there is some technique to understand. It's very easy to know whether you have copy pasted or not. There are some clues which I can't share. It's all teachers' clues. So once we came to know that it's been copied from Veda base, then we failed that person. We didn't give the certificate to that person. So it's very important you be sincere. Whatever you know, you write. You don't have to artificially create an image that I am a scholar or something like that. Krishna knows the intention also, right? So this is not any material course where you see I am first, you are second. No, nobody, when you try to go back to Krishna, nobody's going to ask how much marks you got for your Bhakti Shastri. This is not important. So assessment is secondary, but yes, unless there is assessment, you won't be serious. If there is no exam, we won't be serious. We'll just listen. It'll become a time pass for us. And how will I know that you have understood the subject? No, unless you speak up in the class, or unless you write exam, I won't be knowing your assessment, how much you are advancing. So discuss the importance of Bhakti Shastri SS course. Okay, SS course, we got it. And Prabhupada says, I'm very much stressing at this point that all of my students shall be very much conversant with the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. And they should read our books very diligently, at least 1 or 2 hours daily, and try to understand the subject matter from varieties. It's not possible, 1 or 2 hours. Start for 10 minutes. 10-15 minutes every day we can read, right? Before going to bed. Just make sure that there are 18,000 slokas in Bhagavatam. 700 verses in Bhagavad Gita, you can try to finish. But what about Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita Prabhupada has given us? So it says that if you read 41 pages daily, you can finish Srimad Bhagavatam in 1 year. So it's sometimes not possible to read so much. Develop that habit of reading Prabhupada's books. And Prabhupada is saying that a Bhakti Shastri student should actually read. It's called Swadhyay. Your self-study, personal self-study should be there. So start reading take advantage of these books. Prabhupada says, this is again associating with Prabhupada. You have a pure devotee at home. When Corona time, I was frustrated. That's no devotee association, not going to temple, nothing. I was like, so, and my mentor is like, you have a pure devotee at home. You have Srila Prabhupada in form of his books. And he's given us Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita and so many small books, Science of Self-Realization. So many books. You can associate with Prabhupada through his books. This is Vani Seva, right? So try to read, develop that habit. Let's start from today. Okay, so yes, Mataji have said me to read from verse 1 to 22 for next class. Don't keep it for the last moment. Start reading from today itself. Okay, just go through the purpose of. So I hope all of you have the hard copy of Bhagavad Gita as it is. Is there anyone in this class who don't have a hard copy? I don't mean soft copy. Soft copy is fine, but how long you'll keep reading Veda base or the soft copy, you know? It's always to have the hard copy, the book with you. All of you have, right? It's not like nobody doesn't have. Okay, all of you have. Good. So, so go through that, read the purport. And when you read, in between, there'll be so many analogies Prabhupada mentions. Like in the first chapter, there's an analogy of a paddy field. Like how you remove the weeds from the paddy field. Similarly, Krishna wiped away all the Kauravas from the battlefield of Kurukshetra through this battle. Right? So, because the weeds in the paddy field is unnecessary. It's not actually necessary there. It will destroy the whole plant. Similarly, the Kauravas are not actually necessary there because they were the part of Adharma. So this is an analogy. Such questions are very, very important in Bhakti Shastri exam point of view. Okay, so such analogies will be given in your handbook. So we're going to share you the Bhakti Shastri handbook of Mayapur Institute of Higher Education. So same thing we are also following. And we have this course, the course is possible because we all got Bhakti Shastri teachers training done by His Grace Atul Krishna Prabhu, who's one of the Ministry of ISKCON Education Board. And he has come to Bangalore to train us. And because of his mercy, we are all here, right? And doing an online course. He was very happy when we had this Bhakti Shastri courses starting online. And ISKCON Bangalore is doing in multiple languages. We're doing in Hindi, we're doing in Malayalam, we're doing in Tamil and Telugu and Kannada, and so many languages. We're going to start in Bengali soon, and Gujarati we're doing. Okay, so many languages, multiple languages. So it is, and unless you get the Bhakti Shastri degree, you can't get second initiation, the Brahmanic initiation, especially if you're trying to serve in a temple deity worship or cooking for the deities. It's very, very important. It's not just for that. It's also to have nice knowledge about Krishna, right? So that you can become nice preachers. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So just introduction class today. Some of you are already attending the initiation course by our ISKCON Bangalore, right? And it starts at 8:15. So today I just made the short session. So that, is there any doubts, anything to share or anything, any comments? Okay, so this first time I'm meeting all of you.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Just I want this query actually. Is just along with the Bhakti Shastri course, we have to read the Bhagavatam also every day.
No. That's just for your self-study, Prabhu, for your reference. Like, for example, it's always nice to have your Bhagavatam personal reading. Okay. So if you're planning to take initiation in future, you should finish first canto Bhagavatam. First canto should be read. So along with Bhagavad Gita, it is said that Bhagavad Gita is an undergraduate study and Bhagavatam is postgraduate, right? And the Chaitanya Charitamrita is PhD level. So we can't wait till then to finish the reading and then start. So simultaneously, you can start Bhagavatam also, your personal study. It's not necessary for Bhakti Shastri course. It is Bhakti Vaibhav. So ISKCON Bangalore have started Bhakti Vaibhav course also. So once those who pass Bhakti Shastri and get the certificate, we have started the first 3 cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam. So that again, that's called Bhakti Vaibhav course. And there Bhagavatam is important, Prabhu. Here in Bhakti Shastri, Bhagavad Gita, Nectar of Devotion, Nectar of Instruction, and Isha Upanishad is enough. Okay? Yes, sir. Nandita Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, you said you'll tell us how to memorize shlokas. Can you
yes. Yeah. So one important method is to have a small notebook for slokas, exclusively for slokas, and write the slokas word by word. Like for example, when easy sloka, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prayachati Tadaham Bhakti Upahridam Asnami Prayatatmanaha. The 9th chapter, 26. Yeah. Sloka, Krishna says, anyone with love and devotion offer a fruit, flower, water, so fruit, Krishna will accept it. So when you write that sloka, you're supposed to write it word by word. Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam. And write the meaning below that. Patra means leaf. Pushpa means flower. Toya means water. Like that. And then leave some lines and write that meaning. And understand the meaning. Okay. Keep hearing the verse. Like somebody, you can go to YouTube, or we might put it in the class as well, in the WhatsApp group. Keep hearing the sloka. Unless and until it registers, you know how to pronounce it. Okay. Then every day, keep reading that notebook. Especially those who are getting up at Brahma Muhurta to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. No, you're supposed to. And unless you're working or a mother, you have to cook and all that, you won't be completely into chanting 16 rounds in Brahma Muhurta. But if you're chanting 16 rounds in Brahma Muhurta from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m., after every round of Mahamantra, I've seen devotees taking that notebook, or you have a screenshot in your phone, the sloka to be memorized, and they chant that sloka, which this will help you to be attentive while chanting. You won't become sleepy while chanting. And that's one way to not get distracted also. And after every round of Mahamantra, they chant the sloka. At Brahma Muhurta, you're fresh from sleep, you take a bath, and you're sitting for your japa, you finish your one round, and then you read the sloka. Again, you finish one round, you sloka. So in that way, 16 times we are actually repeating that sloka in Brahma Muhurta, like Shuddha Sattvagun, and slowly it will get registered, Mataji. So this is one way which one senior devotee have shared and actually worked for me. So I'm personally, I've tried it. So it really helps. Okay, when you have to really memorize the sloka. And throughout the day, might be in the evening, again you brush up, again you take. Now sometimes some film songs are like so registered, no? You know all the lyrics. How is it happening? We didn't by heart it. No, we just keep hearing and hearing and hearing, and then it just comes automatically. So this is how we should try to memorize slokas and understand the meaning. Just cramping the sloka just for academic purpose, that's not important. That's not Bhagavad Gita is actually a love song, in the sense a love letter. If you don't understand the meaning which Krishna has given us, the life manual it is, what is the use of knowing the slokas? So you should know the meaning of the sloka. That's very important. Just cramming the slokas like a parrot, that is not what the aim is, no? To understand the meaning. And meaning, you need not say as it is from the translation. You can say it in your own language. It may not be word-to-word translation. And in translation, for example, Krishna says, Sarvadharma paritejya mamekam sharanam vraja. Give up all religious activities and surrender to me. That's what Krishna says. Now, when you tell it in sloka exam, you should not say surrender to me. Right? We don't have to surrender to you. We have to surrender to Krishna. So you should say it like a third person. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that give up all the religion and surrender to Krishna, because Krishna will take away all our sinful activities and give us liberation. So when you say the translation, it should not be like just mugging up from Bhagavad Gita and just spitting it. It should be what you understood of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so this is one way of studying the slokas. Each person will have different ideas of studying the slokas, but this sloka, this method actually worked for many. Okay, to chant the slokas after every round during Brahma Muhurta, and then repeating it again and again, hearing it again and again. Okay, this will help. This will help. So, okay. So any other questions, or is it clear? All the assessment part is clear, right? Open book.
Mataji, one long question. You said about one long question, no, Mataji. That I couldn't hear due to network issue.
The long question, it's like an open book. Like there is an essay question. There is an question bank, which we'll share it next week. So the question bank of first 6 chapters, okay? In that, there is something called closed book questions, short, and long book open book question. They are essay question, essay. Like, for example, to summarize chapter 2, there'll be like an essay, no? You have to summarize the whole chapter 2. So such question will be shared in the WhatsApp group, Mataji. And you'll be given 1 week time. You have to handwrite it, write the essay, understand the question, write the essay, and you can refer. You can refer your Bhagavad Gita, you can refer Bhagavatam or whichever book, scriptures you want, and then try to write the essay. This is called open book question, which is called essay question. And that is 65% of your pass marks depends on that. And then there is after every 2 chapters. Okay. So after second chapter, I'll give you the first open book question. After 4 chapters, I'll give you the second. Now, after 6 chapters, there'll be closed book exam. Okay, that's like short answers. So that's what is. Yes, Mausumi Mataji. You can unmute yourself.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी धन्यवाद प्रणाम
Hare Krishna.
माताजी माय डाउट इज जो आपने कहा कि जो व्हाट यू सेड अबाउट द ब्रेक एंड रूम्स अबाउट दैट आई डिडंट अंडरस्टैंड दैट
Or the breakout room. Okay. So those who have not never have practiced it, what happens is just for a demo, I'll just don't join. Okay. Nobody should join. I'm just giving a demo. Okay. Don't join it. So now something will come on your screen. Is it come? Did it came to all of you? Yeah. It will come like join room number 1, join room number 2, something like that. So don't press on that. If you press on that, you will go to a particular room. Okay. That room is created within this Zoom only. It's in the Zoom meeting. Okay. I'll just close the rooms so that, okay. Now I'm just closing so that you just come back. So what happens is this thing will come. Even if you're going in a mobile or in a laptop, that will come. You have to click on that. You will join to that room, Mataji. Okay. Whichever room. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 rooms I created. So each one of you, like there are some 20 devotees, all of you will be going to different rooms. So there'll be 3, 4 devotees in one room. Within the Zoom itself, in the main room, nobody will be there except me. You all will be in different subsections, sub-rooms, and you can have a discussion there. It's like a small meeting, a sub-meetings. So there'll be like 3, 4 of you, because now I can't have the whole class discussion. You can't discuss. There are so many, and it'll take a lot of time. To save time, I'll be every day having a 10 minutes breakout room where you go to that room and there'll be some 3, 4 devotees there. You can unmute and you can speak on this question. I'll be putting some question like, discuss the diplomacy of Duryodhana in chapter 1. So how did Duryodhana being as a nice diplomat or a politician in chapter 1, how he provoked Dronacharya and Bhishmacharya. We'll discuss it next week. So that point you have to discuss that about Duryodhana. So the verse number will be given and you have to go take your book, read through the verse, and 4 of you should discuss. And after 10 minutes, I'll close the breakout room. You have to decide who is going to represent the group. And you come back to the main room. That will happen automatically, Mataji. Or you can come back to the main session. There'll be a button to click. Or I'll close the room. You all come back automatically to the main room. After coming to the main room, I'll be unmuting each one in the, I'll know which, you can't hide from breakout room. I'll see who have joined the breakout room, who have not joined the breakout room. Okay, I know everything because I'm controlling. And I can come squeeze in through all the rooms also. I can come everywhere. So I'll be watching what you're doing and what you're discussing. So don't be silent in the room. Whatever you know, you just discuss. And whoever is confident to speak can come back and represent that room. Okay. So you can, whatever points you have discussed, you can share it in the main room after coming back. So this is an exercise which will be happening every day in our Bhakti Shastri session, because breakout room is one of the main thing for interaction, because it's happening online, and online we're not having much interaction. You don't know each other. You're from different parts of the world. So you just try to put different points, because some of you are really advanced devotees, some of you are new to Krishna consciousness. So association will always help. So breakout room is very important to put your view. You get a chance to speak. You get a chance to understand so many things in breakout room. And nice bondage of nice devotee association also can happen in breakout rooms. So because you're going to be there for 1.5 years, 2 years, it's not a small thing, right? To do Bhakti Shastri together. So Krishna have selected all of us to be nice, to be like a family. So you can discuss anything, any problems you have. You can always take help from admins or me, and we can always discuss. And anything, any questions or any doubts you have, you can always come back to the main room and ask. So that's how breakout room is going to be. In every session, it will be there. Okay. One question will come on the screen. I'll put it in the chat. You can copy that question. Then go to the breakout room and discuss with your friends and then come back. Okay. That will be the breakout room. And if anybody is not comfortable in joining breakout room, please let me know how it's going to happen. So in between the class, Mataji, every session, the attendance link will be shared after breakout room. Okay. Because what happens, some devotees, they just come for attendance and they fill the attendance and they escape. No, I don't want that to happen. So I'll give the attendance sheet after breakout room, and the breakout room will be mostly towards the, almost towards the end of the session, or we'll see how it is, sometimes in the middle. So you can't predict when the attendance form will be shared, and attendance form will be shared only once. Okay. Note this, it will be shared only once unless you have some network issue or something, you log out or something. But I will be very strict with that because I'm not here just to give you attendance. Very important thing is to understand the subject. We need to be little strict because it is Bhakti Shastri level. If it was level 1, level 2, I would have just left it. But Bhakti Shastri, we are responsible because Namanishta Prabhu, a temple president, is going to ask us what is going to happen in your batch. So I need to be, and we keep it very close group. Maximum is 20-25 devotees is actually the good strength for Bhakti Shastri, because otherwise one-to-one interaction won't happen. There are so many, initial time when Corona started, we had 1,000 devotees in the class. Nandita Mataji was my admin even that time. And she had to throw somebody out to put me in. If I had to enter to take the class, the 1,000 was the limit in the Zoom. So we had so much mercy from Krishna, but not everyone stayed. Where are they? No, they all didn't stay because they just came for some material things and they went back. But so fortunate souls are here. No, so very, very, very fortunate to Krishna is pulling you one step closer to him. So don't miss this chance. Put our effort. We should definitely put our effort. There is a limit with which I can help you. Okay. But your sincere effort is important. Your personal study, the Swadhyaya is very important. And I'll tell you, during Bhakti Shastri is the one which I actually read Bhagavad Gita. Till that, I was just reading. It was not just coming inside. But when you actually study for Bhakti Shastri, when you do serious study, then so many realization will come. Like, I read this sloka so many times. I never saw this point. So Bhakti Shastri will go through the loops and corner, and every part of the sloka will be analyzed, and you'll get a new perspective of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, in a Bhakti Shastri point of view. Okay. So any other thing to add, or we can stop here because another course is going to start. Hare Krishna, everyone.